Hello everyone, myself Kamna Singh, Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss the routing algorithm topic from Computer Network subject. Now what is routing? Routing is what? When there is a source and destination, we are finding the path between suppose that there is a source and the destination. We are finding the path, finding the optimal path between the source and destination. Optimal path means it can be a very correct or a robust and stable, and also it should be a less congestion and the shortest path should be there. That is called as a routing algorithm. So routing algorithm is determining the route between the source and destination, or finding out the path between the source and destination with the less congestion. Less congestion means there should be a less traffic will be there and shortest path should be there. Routing algorithm is of two types. That first is the non-adaptive routing and the second one is the dynamic or adaptive routing. Suppose that you are maintaining there is a network. This is the network 1 and second is the network 2. There is a source and there is a destination. Fine. And there is again the network 3 or whatever. These network can be a LAN, MAN or WAN. If I am trying to finding out the path to reach out the source to destination, and I establish a path from this network 3 to this. In the static routing, if you are selecting this particular path, at that moment you are not going to change in any circumstances. Means if there is so many heavy traffic will be there, or it is a very congested traffic is there. Still, if the static routing is there, it is not going to change until and unless the complete conversation has been finished. So, in the static table, or you can say in the static routing, you are not going to update or you are not going to change the particular path between the source and destination. While in the dynamic routing, the routing decisions to reflect the changes in the topology, means your routing mechanism. Suppose that it is a very congested route is there. So it can be possible that the source will going from here. That is a less congested. So that is called the adaptive routing. Means what? In the static routing mechanism, finding the path between the source and destination with the less congested and the shortest path. Now the two types of the routing algorithm, that is a static and the dynamic. In the static or a non-adaptive, you cannot change. If you are establishing a path between the source and destination, whatever the congestion, whatever the traffic will be there, but you are not going to change that particular path. But in the dynamic routing or a adaptive routing, your path can be changed according to the instances. Suppose that there is a very much heavy traffic between the source and destination, that it can be changed or update. Now, optimality principle. In the optimality principle, it is saying that if the router J is the optimal path from router I to K, it means what? If suppose that router J is in the optimal path between the I and K, then there is a optimal path follows from J to K is also there. That is called the optimality principle. Means what? That if the router, these are the routers, I, J, K is the router, and router is nothing but it is a connecting devices for the internet working. So, I, J, K, if there is a optimal path between the I, J, K routers, then definitely there is a communication between the J to K with the optimal path. Now, these are, we can see here, if there is a B, C is there. So, now B and C is also communicating as an optimal path. If A, B, C having a optimal path between the A is the source and C is the destination, so B and C is already communicating. Now, the next is the shortest path routing. Actually, the types are adaptive and non-adaptive. So, the non-adaptive routing mechanism are the shortest path routing and the flooding. The first thing is shortest path routing is that you have to finding out the shortest path to reach the destination. Whatever the condition, we are not considering the condition, only considering that it should be a shortest path between the source to destination. These are the delays written over here, and these are the nodes. If A wants to communicate with the D and D is the destination, so shortest path we can finding out if we are calculating from A to G to H to D. Suppose if I am finding out this path, that A to G to H to this D. It means what? A to G there is a 6 delay, G to H there is a 4 delay, and H to D there is a 2 delay. Okay, so finding out, or if I am going to the A, B, C, D, then there is what? 2 plus 7 plus 3. 12 delay is there. If I am calculating here 12 delay, it means we can follow it here also. So finding out the shortest path between the source and destination. Now, in the flooding mechanism, flooding is what? Just like the flood. In the flood, waters are spilled out. So flooding means what? There is a router. Imagine there is a routers are there. The one single router is there, and there is a some incoming lines are there. Incoming lines from the different networks, and there are so many outgoing lines are there. These are the outgoing lines. At the time of the router, what is the router? Router having a router table, there is a source and destination, it can forward to the destination. But in the flooding mechanism, this particular, suppose this is the station A create a packet. When A create a packet with the source and destination and the message field, this particular packet contain what? Source address, destination address, and messages there. So all these particular packet should go, suppose that there is a E and E is the destination. A is the source and E is the destination, and A should transfer to the data to the E. But in the flooding mechanism, when router R receive this particular packet, it create the replica to all its outgoing lines and transfer the packet. Again, similar, suppose that there is some other B station is there. B is creating the packet. That particular packet is again the replica will be created, and this particular replica is going to all of its outgoing line. That is called the flooding. There is also a mechanism that is a selective flooding. In the selective flooding, routers do not send every incoming packet out on every line, only on those lines that are going approximately in the right direction. Then it is called the selective flooding. Now, distance vector routing. Distance vector routing is the adaptive routing. Means you can change the path or establishing the path between the source and destination, but you can change accordingly. According to the condition or whatever the traffic shaping, whatever the condition is there, you can change that particular topic. So, distance vector routing. In the distance vector routing, suppose that these are the routers, fine. Routers having and I needed this particular J. I needed the J value. All these are the routers. In this particular DVR, all routers having the number of entries. Suppose that there is a n number of routers. So each router contain in its table an n entries. If they on the network, if there are n number of routers, then n entries considering in each router. Now you can see here in this particular, that is, suppose that there is a particular routers are there, and we have to calculate the J table, router table of the J, and J nearest neighbor of the J is, nearest neighbor of the J is what? That is K, I, A and H. These are the J nearest neighbor, or you can say the hop count is there. So the J having a K, H, I, K. In this particular example, you can say here, that is a JA delay is given as an 8, means to reach J to A, you have to get the delay 8, and when you have to reach J to K, there is a 6 delay, And when J2I, there is a 10. J2I, there is a delay of 10. And J2H, there is a delay of 12. Simple. Now, in this particular numerical question, always the nearest neighbor values of the delays is already mentioned. Fine. And you have to calculate the delay table of J. How you are going to calculate the table of J? First thing, there is a line and number of entries are what? A, B, whatever the number of routers, all entries will be there. In this particular, all entries will be there in this number of routers. Fine. In this, suppose that is A, B, C, D value. Fine. Now, we have to calculate the shortest path. How we are going to calculate the shortest path? With this, the method is in the DVR technique. You have to calculate whatever you want to calculate this. Suppose that J is the source and you have to finding out the path for B. Destination is B. And the nearest neighbors are A, I, H, K. So, the nearest neighbor is A to reach I, H and K. You have to calculate like this. In the J is always there. J is always as a source and I, H, K is the nearest neighbor. So, you want to calculate that how you are going to reach with the shortest path to reach the destination of B. J2A. J2A, you already know there is a 8 distance. And A to B. Finding out in this table A and A to B, there is a 12 distance. So, 8 plus 12. In the next, J2I. J2I delay is 10. And I to B. I in the table of I, it is already given. I to B, there is a 36. Next, J2H. You have to calculate the J2H, that is 12 plus H to B. H to B means finding out the calculation of the H router table and H router table having a B value, that is 31. H to B is 31. Next, J2K is there. J2K is already there, that is 6. Plus K to B. K to B, that is 28. So, you can finding out that which particular line giving the best value. That is that J2A line. So, just writing here in the delay, line will be A and the value is 20. Fine. Again, if the calculation of the J is having A, J2A. J2A is directly communicating with the A. So, directly you can write it here as an A. Now, the C part. If the C is there, means J is the source and you have to reach out the C. So, again the same procedure with their A, I, H and K. Nearest neighbor values and nearest neighbor value J to A to C. Means what? J to A is the 8. And A to C. A to C is 25. And so on. By this method, you can calculate the shortest path and finding out all the delays of values. You can calculate it here. J to I. Next, I to C. J to I is what? 10. And I to C. In the I value to C, that is 19. Next, H to C. J to H. J to H is already given, that is 12. Plus H to C. In the table of H, you have to finding out the C, that is 19. Next, K to C. J to K is what? 6. Plus K to C. K to C means in the table of K, you have to calculate the 36. So that you can finding out when you have to calculate the C value, the ith line is the shortest path. So line you are writing here as I, and 10 plus 19 is 29. You have to write this. Every time when you are going to create the table, first you have to finding out which particular neighbor you have to select it, means line, which line you are going to select, and then their total delay will be there. So you can calculate easily with this particular distance vector routing. In the distance vector routing, there is a problem of count to infinity problem. Count to infinity problem is what? Suppose that there is at the starting, there is a good news. Good news means at the moment, suppose that there is a A, B, C, D and E are the routers. These are the 5 routers are there, and these 5 routers are connected sequentially. At the time, this particular A is deactivated. Deactivated means A is damaged somehow. So that's why B, C, D, E having a infinite distance. Infinite distance means they have no communication between the A. And suppose there is a delay of 1. In each of the router, there is a delay of 1. A, B, C, D means if we want to communicate with C to A, there is a 2 delay. Or B to A communicate, there is a 1 delay. So, there is a infinite distance. Why? Because this particular type A is damaged. Suppose suddenly A will be activated. A will be activated. If the A will be activated, so nearby B, which is nearest neighbor of the A, it can update its distance as 1, that now I am going to communicate, but CDE didn't communicate. Next, this is called the initial value. And in the second, that is called as a first exchange. Next, in the second value, in the second exchange, B knows that I can communicate with the A router. B is again a router, A is also a router, and A is at the starting, A was damaged. So there is an infinite distance. But when the A is having a enable condition or it can be activated, at that moment, there is a value of 1. So this 1 value is considering that B can communicate with the A in the first exchange. After that, the C is trying to communicate with A. Suppose C to A. C wants to try to communicate with the A. But because the C cannot be communicated, so directly C is communicating with the B. So there is a distance from what? 1. B having a distance of 1. There is a C to B, that is a 1 delay. B to A, there is a 1 delay. So it can be updated itself as 2. How? That is C to B to A. C to B, there is a 1 delay, and B to A, there is a 1 delay. So 2 delay. It can update itself as an infinite. Next, in the 1, 2, at the time of D, there is a how much delay? There is a 1, 2 and 3. 3 delay and there is an infinite. Next, in the 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So, in this particular example, you can see that there is a, if there is a n number of routers, there are 5 routers are there, then after 4th exchange, you can get that particular router is actually activated. It means if there are n number of routers, then n minus 1 exchange, you can get the good news. That is spreading the good news. Fine. Good news is that particular router was damaged and now it has been activated. Now the count to infinity problem. The next problem is count to infinity. This count to infinity problem is saying what? In the first condition. Now the count to infinity. In the count to infinity problem, again the same value A, B, C, D and E. These are the 5 routers are there. And in this 5 routers, that A, B, C, D is there. And in this particular router, suppose that at the moment that A was enabled. So everyone is updated their delay as 1, 2, 3, 4. Suddenly, it is going to be damaged or crash. A router is going to be damaged. At that moment, the B saying, I don't have a communication between the A. Infinite. So the B to A is not going to communicate. Why? Because A is going to be damaged. Now, the nearest neighbor of B is C. B to C. So C is saying, I have a delay of the 2. You can update yourself. So the B to C and C to A. B to C, there is a 1 delay, plus C to A, there is a 2 delay. It means B is going to update itself as 3. Fine. B is going to update itself as a 3, that I am going to communicate with this router with a 3 delay, because I cannot communicate directly with the 1 delay. And actually what was happened, that the A was damaged. That is a bad news. But in this particular time, when B have nothing to particular communication, so it is going to be the next route, updated route, that is the C. Next, they are at the C. That is called, this is was the initial, and there is a first exchange. In the next time, next value, there is what? 3, 2, 3, 4 is there. Now, at the C time, C wants to communicate with the A directly with the 2 delay. But it cannot be communicated because the A is damaged. So, C is getting their 2 neighbors, B and D. B saying, I have a delay with the 3, and D saying, I have a delay of the 3. You can communicate itself. So, C is going like C to D and D to A. C to D is the 1 delay, and D to A is what? 3 delay. That is 4. So, this C update itself as 4. There is a 3, 4 and 3, 4 after the second exchange. In the next, now the D value is there. D is saying, now I have when D wants to communicate with the A, D cannot be communicated with the delay of 3 because A has been damaged. Now the D wants to communicate with the nearest neighbor. So it goes to the D to E to A. D to E, that is 1 delay, and E to A, that is what? 4 delay. It can update itself as a 5. So there is a 3, 4, 5, 4 is there in the third exchange. And in the next exchange, there is what? B is there. B is updated itself with the 5, 4, 5, 4. In the next exchange, there is a, it can 5. It update itself as the 6. It can update itself as 5, and it can update itself as 6. And so on. Means in the next exchanges, always they are updating themselves, but no one is going to communicate with the A. That means the bad news is spread as an infinite times, but no one knows on that particular network that this particular is going to be damaged. That is actually the count to infinity. Means in the infinite exchanges, these 5 routers, these 4 routers doesn't know that the A is going to be damaged. They are updating themselves, but they are actually not communicated. That is called the bad news, or you can say that is a count to infinity problem. Now the second is the link state routing. This link state routing is also the adaptive routing. DVR is also, distance vector routing is also the adaptive routing and link state. In the link state packets, link state routing, they are maintaining the packets. These packets are like in these packets, they are maintaining the nearest neighbor packets, because in the DVR there is a count to infinity problem. So in this particular, A is having this B and E. So just like A, every router in the DVR, each and every router contains all the router information. But now in the link state, the router will contain only its nearest neighbor value, not the all particular router value present on the network. So in this particular, A is there. So A is the nearest neighbor is B and E. B and E. And the delay is 4 and 5. Just simple. This is called the link state packets. If I want to create the F packet, so simply F is there, sequence and age is there, and its nearest neighbor is what? E, B and D. E, B and D. And E delay is what? 8. B delay is what? 6. And D delay is 7. Simply this is the link state packet in the link state. Next is the hierarchical routing. In the DVR and link state packets, if there are number of routers will be increased, there are so many routers they are going to communicate, that moment the delays will be calculating, it's very complex. So that's why there is a hierarchical routing. In the hierarchical routing, we are going to use this region-wise calculation. In the region-wise calculation means, in this particular, if I want to create the table of 1A, in this 1A table, there is what? In this 1A table, all these routers present on this network, we have to create the 1A table of like this. But if we want to reduce the particular table and grouping the routers as a region-wise, fine. So region-wise, suppose there is a 4, it doesn't matter that how many routers are in the next region. Means it can be possible that in this region only 3 and then this region only 2 and there is a 5 router or 4 router. That is also okay. But the region-wise, whatever the values are there, these routers as a region. Now in the hierarchical routing, there is a 1A. So we have to maintain the table is like this. In the 1A table, first line is 1B. If 1B and 1C. Always remember, when you are going to maintain the hierarchical routing, at the moment in which you are a particular region, on this all these router value you have to write. And in the next, which is not available on this particular source region, then all this is writing just like the region name. Fine. So in the 1A, we have to nothing to write. 1B to reach the delay of the 1. And the line is 1B and 1 value. In the 1C, you have to reach the line with the 1C with the 1 delay. Now the region 2. When the region 2 is there, in this particular region 2, this is the region of the 1 value is there. So we can calculate it like this. 1 plus 1, that is 2. Again, the next procedure is, you can getting this value by this also. But this is not the shortest path. Isn't it? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 4 delays there. So that's why you are selecting this line, that is a 1B line. In the 1B line with the 2 delay. In the next R3 line is there. When the R3 region is there, you can get this 1B line also. But there is what? 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there is a 4 delay. But when you are taking this 1C line, you can get by only 2 delay. So this is the hierarchical table for reducing the number of entries in the routing table. Thank you.